Zoom question first from Bobby Manning, coach.
Hey, Ime, you talked a little bit about Rob's performance on Monday, trying different things with him, taking more jumpers, but still kind of rare to see him go 0 for 7. What did you see when you look back on the tape with him, and what kind of things did he work on this week with him?
He did miss some easy shots, but so we stressed that to him, like sprinting up with speed, getting out quick, being the threat he is, and then setting screens. He slipped out of a lot of screens, and we really wanted to set those, cause a mismatch 2-on-1 on the backside, and then he can get out to his rolls.
Next Zoom question is from Dwayne Rankin.
Thank you, Coach. Wanted to ask about well, it's not related to what you guys have done as far as the preseason, but it kind of is. The focus on non-basketball moves this year, how do you see that impacting the way the game is played?
Well, obviously help the defensive end. The offensive players have had such an advantage over the last few years, finding ways to kind of trick the game. And, some of the plays were not basketball plays. So it'll make it a little more even ground for the defensive players. Take away some of the questionable calls that we've had over the years and just make it easier to guard, honestly. So defense doesn't have to worry about a lot of the trick plays, take away from certain guys that I might have had in the past that did it well, and you enjoy it while you're on their team. But when you're playing against them, it's obviously tough to guard. So that gives a little more fair play on the defensive end, and it gives us at least an advantage as far as that.
Next Zoom question from Mark Murphy.
Ime, along those lines, Jason obviously is trying to get respect from the refs. I mean, every year he gets a little bit more. Does this make it at all difficult for him in that respect?
The non-basketball plays?
Well, not just the non-basketball plays, but getting calls.
No, I don't think so at all. There's still, legitimate basketball plays where you're attacking the basket using your size and strength. And so, the fact of him trying to get to the basket more, posting up and getting to certain spots shouldn't have any hindrance at all. He's still going to attack the basket, and he's not going out of his way to, try to draw fouls, but he's really being aggressive going to the basket. So that doesn't really have any impact on him. It's more so, he uses his pump fake well, gets guys off balance, and those are still going to be foul calls if he can get guys up in the air. So it doesn't change anything he's doing.
Zoom question from John Corrales.
Hey, Coach. Are you planning on playing Al Horford in back-to-backs this season?
Yes, definitely. It was something we've discussed. We've already started looking at scheduling a little bit, but, like I mentioned before, Al is coming in great shape. He knows what he brings to the team, and a goal of his is to obviously playing a ton of games. We'll discuss things down the line as they get into the season, but for now, yeah, we're definitely looking at back-to-back. As I mentioned, he didn't play half the season last year. He feels great. He's looked great shape. And so that's something he wants to do, is be an every night guy, someone we depend on for leadership and different things on the court.
In-person question from Adam Himmelsbach.
Brad's obviously it's a unique situation with Brad. A lot of times GMs don't have even coaching experience, and him not only having coaching experience, but being so familiar with this group. How much, if at all, are you guys kind of communicating about that and just kind of, talking scheme-wise stuff and talking basketball with him? Not as much scheme-wise, but, obviously daily communication. I mentioned it when I got hired. It's a unique situation, but I look at it as a benefit to have an ex-coach in the building, someone that's worked with these guys for 8 years. And, we're obviously talking through roster spots and rotations and lineups and certain personnel, and somebody that you can obviously walk right down the hall and lean on for, advice on certain things and how he dealt with certain guys. So I look at it as a huge benefit to have him in the building, and it's been great so far.
We'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Not a big